T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, engines full power, and liftoff of Starlink. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
When Elon Musk announced Starlink, the explanation sounded simple. Internet from space, high-speed connections, global coverage, a solution for rural areas and places traditional internet infrastructure could never economically reach. For many people, it sounded like just another tech upgrade, a faster alternative, a modern convenience, something useful but not revolutionary. And for most audiences, that explanation was enough. But Starlink was never just an internet service. It was never meant to compete head-to-head with cable providers. And it was never built only for people living on Earth. Behind the thousands of satellites orbiting our planet lies a much bigger plan. A plan connected to rockets, to Mars, to global influence, and to the long-term future of humanity in space. Starlink is not the product. It is the engine. And once you understand what that engine is designed to power, Starlink stops looking like a tech startup and starts looking like one of the most strategic infrastructure projects ever created. So why did Elon Musk really build Starlink? Why does SpaceX need its own global network? And how does this system quietly reshape economics, geopolitics, warfare, and humanity's future beyond Earth? Stay with this video, because the real reason behind Starlink is far bigger than fast internet. Number 1. The problem SpaceX couldn't solve with rockets alone. From the beginning, SpaceX had one clear and unapologetic goal: make humanity multiplanetary. Mars was not a marketing slogan. It was not a distant dream. It was the destination. But there was a problem almost nobody talked about. Rockets are incredibly expensive. Even with reusable boosters, launching fleets of spacecraft, building habitats, transporting cargo, and sustaining a permanent Mars colony would require hundreds of billions of dollars spread across decades. Government contracts alone would never be enough. Public funding is slow. Political cycles are unstable. Budgets change with elections, priorities, and crises. A Mars program needs consistency. It needs long-term vision. It needs money that doesn't disappear every 4 years. Elon Musk needed something different, a massive recurring private revenue stream, one that didn't depend on politics, one that scaled globally, one that could quietly fund Mars without asking permission from governments or voters. That's when Starlink stopped being optional. That's when it became inevitable. Number 2. Why internet is the perfect cash machine. The internet is one of the few services every modern human depends on daily: work, education, banking, healthcare, entertainment, military operations. Modern life collapses without it. And unlike rockets, internet access generates monthly recurring revenue. Starlink subscribers don't pay once, they pay every month, year after year. This is the most powerful business model in the modern economy. Millions of users, billions per year, predictable cash flow. That cash flow does one critical thing. It turns SpaceX from a launch company into a self-funding engine. Instead of relying on external funding, SpaceX can finance its own future. Starlink was designed to generate revenue quietly, consistently, and globally. Not to make Musk richer, but to finance something far bigger than Earth itself. Number 3. Starlink is not internet, it's space infrastructure. Most people think Starlink satellites are just routers in space. They're not. They are orbital infrastructure. Each satellite is a node in a massive mesh network surrounding Earth. They communicate with each other. They route data autonomously. They reroute traffic when satellites fail. They form a self-healing, adaptive system. This is not telecom technology. It's space architecture. Once you place tens of thousands of satellites in low Earth orbit, you don't just move data faster. You occupy orbital space. You control routing paths. You define how information flows above the planet. This is something no telecom company can do from the ground. Starlink gives SpaceX something no company has ever had before: a permanent, global, privately owned presence in orbit. Number 4. The military and geopolitical reality. Starlink's true power became impossible to ignore during modern conflicts, when traditional communication networks failed, when fiber lines were cut, when cell towers were destroyed. Starlink kept working. That moment changed everything. Governments realized Starlink wasn't just civilian infrastructure, it was strategic. Battlefield communication, drone coordination, encrypted data transfer, real-time intelligence sharing. For the first time, a private satellite network proved it could outperform state-controlled systems in real-world conflict. This made Starlink incredibly valuable. and incredibly controversial. For the first time in history, global communication infrastructure existed outside direct state control. That shifted the balance of power in ways many governments were not prepared for. Number 5. Why Starlink is essential for Mars. Mars is not just far away, it's isolated. There are communication delays, no fixed infrastructure, no cables, no towers. Any Mars colony must operate autonomously from day one. That means it needs its own network. Starlink is a prototype, not for Earth, for interplanetary civilization. The same system that routes data around Earth can route data around Mars. Satellites, mesh networks, autonomous routing. Starlink is training SpaceX to manage planetary-scale communication systems before humans ever leave Earth permanently. Mars doesn't get internet from Earth. It gets its own Starlink. Number 6. Why Starlink beats traditional telecom. Traditional telecom companies are trapped. Cables, permits, borders, local monopolies. Starlink has none of these limitations. No trenches, no towers, no national infrastructure dependencies. One satellite launch connects entire regions instantly. Deserts, mountains, oceans, war zones. Starlink ignores borders. That's not just convenient, it's revolutionary. Number 7. The real economic advantage. Starlink doesn't need to win every customer. It only needs the ones traditional systems can't reach efficiently. Remote workers, ships at sea, aircraft in flight, emergency services, military operations. These users pay more, stay longer, depend deeply. That creates a premium market. Starlink isn't replacing fiber, it's replacing the impossible parts of the internet. Number 8. The risks and criticism. Starlink is not without problems. Space debris, orbital congestion, astronomical interference, too much power concentrated in one system. Some scientists worry about night sky pollution. Some governments worry about loss of control. Some experts worry about global dependence on a single network. These concerns are real, but so is the momentum. Starlink is already too large to stop. The question is no longer if it will exist, it's how it will be managed. Number 9. The final reality most people miss. Starlink is not the goal. It is the financial engine, the training ground, the infrastructure backbone. It funds rockets. It enables Mars. It reshapes global connectivity. SpaceX doesn't sell internet. It sells access to the future. Number 10. Why Starlink changes civilization itself. For the first time in history, a private company is building planetary-scale infrastructure above Earth. Not for one country. Not for one government. Not for one purpose, but for a future where humanity no longer lives on a single planet. Starlink is the backbone of that future, a network that operates independently of borders, that survives conflict and disasters, that extends beyond Earth itself. So the next time you hear about Starlink, don't think about Wi-Fi speeds. Think about this instead: a private network wrapping the planet, funding humanity's expansion into space, preparing civilization for life beyond Earth. Now tell me in the comments, do you think Starlink is a necessary step toward a multi-planet future? Or is it too much power for one company to control? And make sure to subscribe, because the future of technology is being built far above our heads.